Hello and welcome to Castlevania Legacy of Darkness for the Nintendo 64. We'll be playing on high resolution because this is on emulator. If you were playing on console, you would want to play on low resolution, as the game can be very laggy even on low resolution, and this is a kind of game where game speed is tied to frame rate, so playing on high resolution is as unfun as it sounds. Anyway, emulator doesn't have to worry about that, because we're not playing on a Nintendo 64. We will be playing Cornell. I have everyone unlocked. All four characters have their own moves, their own stories, their own levels. Except for Henry, he just kind of leeches off everyone else's levels and doesn't really have a full story to him. He is mostly just used for unlocking stuff. Now, this is a game that gets a lot of hate both from Castlevania fans and from prominent members of the gaming communities. JonTron and the Angry Video Game Nerd, for example, are two really big names that really did not like this game. However, I'm one of those few people that I actually do like the game. I want to ideally give a perspective that's good for new players, and for players that have already played this game and know quite a bit about it. It was a little disappointing for a lot of people as it was the first 3D Castlevania game, and people were expecting something like Ocarina of Time or Super Mario 64 where they really just nailed it first try. Just first try absolutely nailed it. Big critically acclaimed successes, everyone loved them. This was not one of those circumstances, especially when Castlevania 64, which was the one that came out before Legacy of Darkness, and some people consider it a beta version of this game, in fact, was rushed out on shelves to meet a deadline, which didn't give them a lot of time to work on the camera or the targeting system, or some things that they really needed to get into the game before it shipped out. And that put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. And when this game came out at full price as the game that people were expecting, yeah. Most people weren't very happy with it at the time. And it just kind of led to the game becoming rather infamous for not being very good. However, we're getting into a cutscene that I absolutely love for all of the wrong reasons. Because, obviously, this is supposed to be a serious scene. They've just resurrected Dracula. Look at him, death, some witch, and some vampire. And now, he has this fireball in his hand. And we're gonna destroy a village. Serious moment. And yet, it's fucking goofy. It's absolutely goofy. I mean, they're panning all these shots. Look, there's a dead guy. And there's the skeleton army. Just walking around. Just kind of walking. And then this guy's coming. This dude's beating the roof with his club. That dude just jumped off the roof and died. They're goofy skeletons. Here comes our protagonist, ready to kung fu his way through skeleton. Our protagonist is Leon Kennedy. And he's just gonna stop and look at this house. Just kinda look at it. Slowly walk towards it. Oh no, it's falling apart. There's a skeleton in the background just chilling out. Just kinda chilling. Why not? He's not doing anything, he's just standing there. It's a goofy scene, and I love it. And now we will get introduced to a short explanation about our character and the plot.
Cornell, also known as Blue Crescent Moon. Through magic of the ancients, this man-beast warrior obtained a physical body of near immortality and a power that surpasses that of a wild beast. The man-beasts, choosing to live harmoniously with humans, sealed away their enormous magical powers to prevent them from being used. However, Through severe ascetic training, Cornell acquired the art for releasing the sealed man-wolf power. After a year of traveling and ascetic training, Cornell rushed back to his village, only to find that evil spirits had set the village on fire, engulfing the village in a lotus flower of flames. His only living blood relative, his sister Ada, was carried away by the evil spirits. Now he must save her. Cornell uses the man-wolf's acute sense of smell to track the scent of his sister's blood. Reinhard Schneider, Carrie Fernandez. We go back 8 years in time, before the period in which these two young warriors risked their lives battling against the devil. Now, the truth that has been shrouded in the gloom of darkness will be revealed.
And now we're getting into our first level. We're about to have our first taste of actually playing the game. As for some reason we board this ship in the middle of the lake. It's not moving, it's not going anywhere. Lord knows why we're jumping onto it. But, you know, we're gonna climb onto it because plot demands we. And here we are. We can jump around, we can throw this, we can slash with our claws, and we can pick up items. When we get a sub-weapon, we'll be able to throw that. Good shit. We're going to have our first enemy jump up. He doesn't do a lot. We can chain in our little claw swipe with our thingy-madooter, our little shooter thing. And it's decent. It gets the job done. Cornell is probably one of the stronger characters of the four, although I think he gets the weaker levels. A key part of this level is going to be rotating around the masts. However, we're not going to do that. Not for that mast, at least. This mast we have to. Do you wish to rotate the mast? Yes. And we can run over here to swipe this torch and get a chicken. That, unlike other Castlevania games, isn't going to be used immediately. We can save it and use it later when we need to, which actually makes combat in this game pretty much a joke. There's an invisible platform over here. Hooray for us. Now, one thing we can do is use the D-pad in order to control the camera. If you've ever seen an original Nintendo 64 controller, that is exactly as impractical as it sounds. We got our first sub-weapon, the axe. You will have knives, axes, crosses, and holy water. All of them take different amounts of sub-weapon ammo and do different things. Just duck under that guy's poison breath and open the door. You don't need to do anything with him. Get hit by this guy, because we are good at video games. And that should be the last of them. Good, so now Cornell's going to stop. The ship is going to start rumbling after Cornell has stopped. Cornell's going to look around. What is it? What could possibly be shaking this boat? Why the hell did I get onto this boat? Questions that will not be answered. There's the sky! Light is shining through! This is important! And boom. Our character's dead. Oh wait, no, he got up. Yeah, just don't know what the fuck that is. Or why it decided to do that. Oh no. The ship's gonna sink. Oh wait, nope. The water stopped. False alarm. We don't have anything to worry about. the ship is now going to pause sinking and wait until we leave to actually finish sinking, which is very generous of it. You don't usually get that from ships. There's a little ghosty, and now that we've left the ship is going to resume sinking. Good show. Oh no. Now, sub-weapons and your primary attack have 3 levels to them. Each level makes them more powerful, so you're going to want to collect more axes, or, whatever sub-weapon you want to use. And you're going to want to collect these power-ups that you get so that you can increase your primary attack. This is very fortunate. You would think that, we'd just be screwed, the ship just sink in the middle of the lake, but nah. And now that we have a second axe, hooray! That was supposed to have a lightning show. Now let's unleash our persona and kill this thing. Oh, wait. There we go. That was a boss. Very challenging boss. Come over here for a roast beef and a roast chicken on normal, 2 roast chickens on hard, and 2 roast beefs on easy. And here we go to the Forest of Silence, the next level. That was quick. This guy keeps jumping around, it's very annoying. Just some basic jumps and pull-ups. Nothing out of the ordinary. In the original Castlevania 64, there was a really annoying segment in which pretty much everyone died, because you have these little short jumps that you basically are supposed to use for combat, but they just kind of end up screwing you over when you're doing platforming sections. So we just fought a boss. We're gonna fight another boss. It's okay though, because he's a joke. Look at him. A big, big skeleton. People in the speedrunning community call this dude Bone Mom because of the AOL meme. Because I don't know why. And look, he makes little skeletons. He's like a bone mother. Yes, he is a mother. It can happen. Hey! The third axe. That was lucky. I mean, it doesn't matter too much since we're about to get another axe anyway. But, hey, it's still nice. Now we're going to switch into first-person view, wait for boss view to change to action view, and there we go. We can continue on. You don't have to do that, I just don't like sitting there with boss view on because it's really annoying. And a power-up, okay. The game is being very generous to me. Hello, skeleton. Goodbye, skeleton. Now we're going to have to pull this mechanism so that we can open a gate. Because obviously, if the gates stay closed, we can't get through them. Hooray. Now we can continue. Except, oh wait! Another boss! How will we ever defeat him? Goodbye. And he drops a power-up, but since we're already at level 3 on our power, it doesn't actually do anything for us. For the most part, that's what this level is about, just running around, opening up little mechanisms so that you can get from point A to point B, and there's where the third axe would be, but since we managed to get another axe earlier, that's okay. Now, here's a little curious design that is pretty... There we go. Oh.